Dear students, in the last class we learnt about the molecular orbital theory of heteronuclear diatomic molecules. It means nitric oxide cation NO plus. In that, one electron should be removed from the outermost electronic configuration of NO molecule, not in the nitrogen and oxygen molecule. Okay, this is the electronic configuration of NO plus molecule, and this is the energy level diagram you have to see here. Okay, then here there will be sigma 1s and sigma star 1s, sigma 2s and sigma star 2s, pi 2px and pi 2py2 and sigma 2pz. Here antibonding are vacant. In the last NO molecule, in the antibonding atomic orbital, one electron should be present, so that one electron should be removed, so it is vacant. So then we have to calculate the bond order. Bond order is equal to NB minus NA divided by 2. There will be NB means without a star, you have to count it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 10 minus NA means with the star. How many electrons are present? 2 plus 2, 4. So 10 minus 4 is equal to 6 by 2 is equal to 3. There will be formation of N triple bond O. It forms the bond. Okay, it has a 3 bond pairs. So then it is a diamagnetic because unpaired electrons are present. Next, last one is formation of carbon monoxide, CO. Carbon plus oxygen combine to give a CO2. For carbon 6 atomic number, oxygen 8, totally 14 electrons are present. This is the electronic configuration of carbon monoxide molecule, and this is the energy level diagram. In that, bond order NB minus NA divided by 2, 10 minus 4 divided by 2, here also 3. So it forms C triple bond O. Here also it is a diamagnetic because unpaired electrons are present. Lastly, differences between VBT and MOT. VBT has interatomic orbital produced. Here molecular orbitals are produced, and orbitals in the VBT orbitals cannot lose their identity, but when in the molecular orbitals, when molecular orbital is formed, they lose their identity. Next, third one is atomic orbitals are monocentric, molecular orbitals are polycentric. Then he explains the ionic character of the bond, but in MOT he does not explain the ionic character of bond. This is all about the unit 1. Okay, in today's class we learnt about the organic chemistry, that is unit 2. Okay, you know that organic chemistry means it is a branch of chemistry which deals with the study of organic compounds. It means carbon and hydrogen containing compounds, mainly organic chemistry based on carbon and hydrogen containing compounds. It means hydrocarbons. In that, you have in your syllabus you have a cycloalkanes. Okay, you know that what do you mean by cycloalkane? Okay, what do you mean by cycloalkane? Cycloalkane means it is a saturated cyclic compounds containing carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, organic chemistry unit 2. In that, cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes means it is a saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, saturated compounds, cyclic compounds. You have to know about that cyclic compounds. Okay, saturated cyclic compounds containing carbon-carbon single bond. You have to observe here, when we say saturated, it means the carbon-carbon should contain a single bond. Okay, then they are represented by the general formula. This is for alkenes. Okay, CnH2n. This is a general formula for alkene. Okay, sorry, alkene. But here they are taking a general formula for cycloalkanes. Here there is no formation of carbon-carbon double bond or a triple bond. Here it should be formation of only carbon-carbon single bond, where N is the number of carbon atom. N is the number of carbon atoms. Okay, here there are examples are there. Here this is the, how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. For 3 carbon atoms it is a propane. Then it is in cyclic structure, that is, it is called it as a cyclopropane. You have to name the molecule by knowing how many number of carbon atoms should be present. If 2 number of carbon atoms is present, that is ethane. Okay, if it is carbon-carbon double bond, it goes to the ethene. If it is triple bond, ethyne. Okay, in that you have to name it. First you have to know the how many number of carbon atoms should be present in the molecule. After that you have to name it. Here see, okay, how many number of carbon atoms is present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 number of carbon atoms should be present. So how many? 5. It means pentane. 5 means pentane. And then if it is cyclic structure, so it is a cyclopentane. So then you have to calculate the number of hydrogen atoms also. If it is there are 3 carbon atoms, then 2 into 3 is equal to C3H6. If for pentane, C5H10 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 2 into 5 is equal to 10. In that hydrogen atom should contains 10 atoms. Here 6 atoms. Here for 1 carbon atom should contains 2 hydrogen atom. You have to learn in your first year classes bond line structural formula. When the terminal end is present, that is called it as a CH3. When it is joined with other end, the joint of 2 bonds, the middle of the point, okay, that will be called it as a CH2. This is CH3 terminal end and this will be called it as a CH2. So here all the bonds should be linked by one another. So it has 2 hydrogen atoms. It has 2, 4, 6, 8, sorry, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 1 carbon atom should contains 2 hydrogen atom. This is all about the what do you mean by cycloalkane and examples. Okay, in that cycloalkanes are a saturated cyclic compounds containing carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, then there will be one theory is there, Sachet-Mohr theory. Okay, Sachet-Mohr theory. This is very important. They will ask in your exam for 2 marks. This is very important. Sachet-Mohr's theory. It means strainless rings. Strainless rings means there will be no angle strain. Angle strain should not present in this rings. Okay. This theory is also called it as a strainless theory. Strainless means it is free from angle strain. Okay, you know that. What do you mean by angle strain? Strainless theory means free from angle strain. Angle strain, it means there will be deviation of bond angle to achieve the maximum bond strength. Okay, angle strain means it deviates the bond angle from the ideal bond angle. It means, for example, for tetrahedral bond angle, free from angle strain. Here angle strain means there will be deviation from deviation from ideal bond angle. Ideal bond angle means tetrahedral bond angle. Tetrahedral bond angle means 109.5 degree. This is the tetrahedral bond angle. This bond angle should be deviate. Okay, that is call it as a angle strain. Why this angle should be deviate means, it means there will be near to 109.5 degree ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೈಕ್ಲೋ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರದ್ದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಲು ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಟು 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್. ಬಾಂಡು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ bond angle. It means will be deviation for ideal bond angle from ಅಲ್ಲ for ideal bond angle ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲು ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಟು 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಗೆ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡುತ್ತವೆ ಸೈಕ್ಲೋ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಗಳು. ಆಯಿತಾ? ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆ 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗೆ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆದರೆ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬಾಂಡು ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟ್ಸೆ-ಮೋಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ postulates are there. First one is Bayer suggested that both large and small polymethylene rings should be strained. All carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized and bond angle is 109.5 degree. This is the first postulates for Sachs-Mose theory. It means first assumption. Here first Bayer suggested that both the large and small polymethylene rings means for this is the cyclopropane and this is the cyclobutane. There are 4 number of carbon atoms. So in that this carbon atom contains CH2 means methylene molecule. Okay, CH2 means methylene, CH3 means methyl. You have to observe here, CH2 means methylene, CH3 means methyl groups. Polymethylene rings, polymethylene means here there will be 3 methylene rings, methylene molecules is there. So 1 means mono, 2 means di, 3 means tri. More than tri, that should be called it as a poly. So these rings should be strained. Strained means this should be this angle or this angle should be strained. Strained means there will be deviation to 109.5 degree. Okay, that deviation should cause all carbon atoms should be sp3 hybridized and then bond angle should be converted to 109.5 degree. This is the first one. In that you have to observe here both the large and small. Large means more number of CH2. It means number of carbon atoms increased. Small means this is the first one. This is the small. It has 3 carbon atoms. Okay, and in that these should be this angle. For example, here this is the 60 degree. It needs a
it should be deviate to 109 degree, 109.5 degree. Okay, when it attains a maximum bond strength. So this bond will be strengthened compared to 60 degree bond angle when it is deviated to 109.5 degree to 60 degree. It means ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಲು 60 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇದೆ ಕಣ್ರಪ್ಪ ಸೈಕ್ಲೋಪ್ರೋಪೇನ್ಗೆ. 60 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗೆ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಥನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಆವಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು sp3 ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. sp3 ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಯಿತಾ, ಮರಿಬೇಡಿ. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಈಗ ಇದು 60 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಿಂದ 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗೆ ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು? ಈಗ 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮೈನಸ್ 60 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ, ಇಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ 49.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 49.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. 49.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಷ್ಟು ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಹಾಗಾದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಅಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಎ 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ molecule is called it as a maximum bond strength and they have a angle strain. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ 109.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ deviate to 109.5 degree? Because when attain a 109.5 degree, that bond have a maximum bond strength. Okay, so that's why Bayer suggested that both large and small polymethylene rings should strained. All atoms are sp3 hybridized and bond angle is 109.5 degree. For example, here cyclobutane is there. This is 90 degree. Okay, when it is deviated to 109.5 degree, how much angle they need to deviate? Minus the 90 is equal to 19.5 degree. Again, this cyclobutane should deviate around 19.5 degree to attain a 109.5 degree. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next, second one is, in the second one, in the first one Bayer should be suggested, but in the second one Hermann Sachs soon pointed out the large rings need not to be strained. Okay, because why need not to be strained? Because the carbon atoms need not to be coplanar. Do you get it? Here Sachs soon pointed that, it means he explained one point mainly. The large rings need not to be strained. It means it should be free from angle strain. It means large rings means more number of carbon atoms should be present. Here more than 5. Okay, more than 5 or more than 6. That carbon atom should not be, that rings should not be strained. That ring should be present free from angle strain, because all the carbon atoms present in the large rings need not to be coplanar. Coplanar means the carbon atom should be present in the same plane. Okay, lie in the same plane. So that's why the largest rings need not to be strained. Okay, this is the Sachs explains that. But in the Bayer's first point, he explains all the evenly small or a large polymethylene rings that should be strained. But Sachs explains that all large rings need not to be strained because the carbon atoms need not to be coplanar. Okay, last one is Sachs more theory proposed that, so finally theory proposed that higher member ring can become free from strain if all the ring carbon atoms need not to be one plane. Okay, why they are free from strain? Okay, they exhibit in two non-planar conformation, both of which are completely free from strain. Okay, that conformation is called it as chair and boat form. Okay, this is the Sachs-Morse theory proposed that higher membered ring can become free from strain. It means the carbon atom need not to be present in one plane. I was explained you in the second point. So they exhibit in two non-planar conformation. Non-planar conformation means does not present in all the carbon atom does not present in the same plane. So both of which are completely free from strain. The conformation is called it as a chair and boat form. You have to heard about the chair and boat form in the previous years. Okay. This will be explains this chair and boat form is free from strain. In the chair and boat form, the carbon atom should be present in different planes. Okay, there will be conformations is there for cyclopentane and cyclohexane. Here the higher member ring means more than 4. It means cyclopentane onwards. Okay, cyclopentane onwards, they have a higher member ring. They are all free from angle strain. Okay, do you know about that? And angle strain, it affects only in cyclic molecule, not in acyclic molecule. Cyclic molecule means this cycloalkanes or cyclopentalkenes, whatever it may be, but that should be affect in rings only. That does not affect on the acyclic. Acyclic means straight chain or a branched chain structures. Okay, this is all about the Sachs-Morse theory. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಗೆ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಏನಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಟು ಅಟೈನ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ Sachs-Morse theory. It is also called it as a strainless theory. It is free from angle strain, and in that Bayer suggested that both the large and small polymethylene ring should be strained. All carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized and bond angle is 109.5 degree. Here this polymethylene molecule means CH2 should be present. So that's why the bond angle for cyclopropane is 60 degree. When it is deviated to 109.5 degree, that is 109.5 degree minus 60 is equal to 49.5 degree. It needs a 49.5 degree to deviate to attain a 109.5 degree. Why it attains a 109.5 degree bond angle? It attains a maximum bond strength. Okay, so that's why it deviates to 109.5 degree. Then Hermann Sacher soon pointed out that large rings need not to be strained. It means more than 5 cyclopentane onwards, that rings need not to be strained. It means they are free from angle strain, because the carbon atoms should not be present in coplanar. Coplanar means lie in the same plane. Sacher's Moore theory proposed that higher member ring can become free from strain. It means that does not present in one plane. They exhibit in two non-planar conformation, both of which are completely free from strain. Okay, these are completely free from strain. That conformation is called it as a chair and boat conformation. You have to heard about the chair and boat conformation in your previous classes. Okay, this is all about the today's class. Next we will continue the conformation of cyclohexane and cyclopentane.